What is up, guys? This is your boy Superior Simmer, and today I have more information regarding The Sims 4. If you guys like news, updates, and discussions, please hit the like button. Also, remember to set your post notifications to personalized so you don't ever miss a video. And lastly, I do have an affiliate link with Instagaming to bring you guys cheap for Sims packs. If you guys click the link in the description and type in Sims, you'll see a bunch of deals for The Sims 3 and The Sims 4. If you guys are planning on buying The Sims 4 Life and Death expansion pack, you will get it at a 26% discount. But please wait until you see more reviews and gameplay before buying. And of course, there's other packs like Growing Together, For Rent, Horse Ranch, and Love Struck that are under $20. Again, link in the description. Without further ado, let's get into the content. Okay, so recently you just got the gameplay trailer for the Life and Death expansion pack, which gave us more info on the features coming to the pack. But not only that, on Twitter, the Sims Direct posted saying on Tuesday, October 22nd, a big base game update is coming to The Sims 4. If you use game mods and custom content, you may want to remove and back up save files. This will also give creators time to update their content to prevent potential in-game issues. So yeah, you guys heard it from the Sims team. There's a big update coming that is going to potentially break mods and ruin save files. So once again, guys, please back up your save files. I haven't done it in the past and I had to pay the price and lose every single thing that I've ever worked on numerous times. So please don't make the same mistake that I did. Now they followed up by saying for mod creators, they said we have shared the relevant TDESC file in the Sims Discord for mod creators to access and start updating their mods. Again, we know modders carry this game on their back, so it's nice to see them working with modders instead of against them. Now lastly, they said additionally we are working on resolving the reported issues tied to the Reaper's award events. We've consolidated, I don't know if I'm saying that right. They said the issues to support the team in their investigations for further details and potential workarounds. So yeah, a lot of people have been experiencing issues with the Reaper rewards events. Surprise, surprise. It's been kind of hit or miss for a lot of people. Again, I've covered this in like about 2 or 3 videos at this point. I've seen a lot of people complain saying that the recent patch update hasn't fixed all the issues. And again, it varies from person to person. And this is not just a console or PC thing. This is everyone affected on different platforms. So very unfortunate that people are missing out on this. People still have time in November, but after that, who knows what's going to happen. I did complete week 4. And again, I didn't have any issues. And it's pretty much the same thing where you just have to expedite the newsletter, read the mail, talk to the Grim Reaper, leveling up your cooking skill and gourmet skill. So I personally haven't run into any issues, thankfully. But of course, guys, if you have any issues with the Reaper's Rewards event, please comment down below. Now, all hope is not lost because I did stumble on a fix that did help some people on Twitter. Now, shout out to the English Simmer. She said for those who the Reaper Rewards event tasks aren't showing up, make sure you follow instructions to not lose anything, but I've seen this work for a number of people. Now, reading the instructions, it says move your mods folder to the desktop, delete the local thumb cache file, move accounts data DB package to the desktop, and it does warn you that this will affect the happy home login rewards. Start a new save game. This is important because you won't have your mods CC, and see if it works now for you. It says experimental for those that have done the happy login event. Please let me know your result. Once you finish week 1, copy the new account data DB package to a different place, not your desktop, as you already have a file. So just create like a new folder and then put it in there. Move the accounts data DB package from your desktop back to your Sims folder. Start the game and check if the Reaper event still shows as done and if you have your rewards. If you do, check if your happy home rewards are back. But yeah, hopefully this does work for you guys. Comment down below if it does or it doesn't. It really is hit or miss. Now, going back to the big update that's coming, shout out to the Sims community for the info. It says a new gameplay trailer for the Sims 4 Life and Death has shown an additional hexagon next to the aspirations icon menu. Some Simmers are speculating that it could be related to the bucket list or some other features tied exclusively to the new expansion pack. But there's a real possibility that it could be part of the upcoming Sims 4 update. So yeah, there's like an extra hexagon with the question mark on top of the aspirations. So a lot of people are speculating that's either with Life or Death or the base game. Hopefully is tied to the bucket list for sure, because again, the bucket list is tied to the traits, aspirations, and wants and fears. So this obviously is tied to that, but we just don't know what it is. It says Occult selector in cast. This finding comes from the modder Zerbu Tebek. Shout out to them. I'll leave their Twitter in the link in the description. You guys want to go follow them. Who has data mined the new instance file shared by the Sims team, in which he found new text strings and codes relating to an occult selector in the Sims 4 created sim. So basically what that means is, you know, when you're creating a sim and then you're like, oh, I want to make this sim into like a werewolf or vampire, you don't have the option in cast to take an existing sim and turn them into a cult. We have to do it in game, which is so stupid. Apparently with this info, that's going to change, which again will definitely be a good update, just because again, for people who want to play Occult and they make just normal sims, again, we should have the option to be able to change our existing sims into any Occult that we want. So hopefully this is real. And then we already talked about this in the previous video, but mermaid tombstones and urns are coming. So originally mermaids didn't have tombstones or urns at all, but again, we've talked about that is coming in a patch update. And shout out to Ardo Sims. I'll leave his Twitter in the link in the description. He went and did a preview for all the tombstones and urns in the game that we have with the different Occults. But yeah, this is really dope seeing all the different type of urns and tombstones. I had no idea Suros had their own urn and tombstone, and I've never seen the werewolf one. That has been confirmed with the Life and Death expansion pack. You'll be able to change the existing tombstones to a different type of tombstone. And we talked about this earlier, but with the base game update, you can change your normal Sims tombstone to any of these other ones. So if you want your normal Sim to have a vampire tombstone or an urn, that is possible. But yeah, shout out to you guys who came to the live stream. When we did see that in the trailer, I thought that was really cool, because I think we can all agree that we're kind of tired of the tombstones that we have in game. Now it says choose ghost color in an instance. It says ghosts get an addition for free with the new Sims 4 update, allowing you to shift through colors of your ghosts in the same way you switch light color and intensity for light objects. I've been wanting something like this in the game for like a while. I hated the fact that like by default your ghosts were either like gray or just like green, because for the most part they're either like in a happy mood, so they always look green. But now we'll be able to change our ghost's color to any color that we want, which is just amazing. Now again, a lot of the information that's been talked about from the trailer we already covered in a previous video. I'm just going to be going over a few things that we did see in the trailer, starting off with the world map view. So apparently there's only 14 lots coming with this new world. We don't know the lot sizes yet, but obviously it doesn't seem like we're getting like a giant 64 by 64 lot, or maybe 50 by 40 for sure. But yeah, the lot sizes are pretty small this time around. I will say the world map looks really cool. There's a lot of different stuff going on. This also is inspired by Romania, and I'm seeing a lot of people say that like for the most part the buildings look similar to what you would see over there. And if you look at the top left corner, you'll see the Netherworld department. So that's where the new active job is. I'm assuming this is like a glitch or something, because this is supposed to be like an invisible like location. This is obviously going to be very similar to like Get to Work, where you like kind of disappear to like the special lots to work. I know a lot of people are hoping like we could customize it like high school years, but I think it's going to work exactly like the Get to Work jobs. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna have to use cheats to edit this lot. But yeah, it's kind of funny seeing that just like on the map. And then we have like the 3 different neighborhoods, and we have a new lot type, which is the graveyard. And of course we have another bar. But yeah, I said this in stream and I'll say it again. I'm really hoping that with future expansion packs, we start getting new lot types, man. It's been a damn near decade and we're still getting libraries and bars and clubs. It's just really annoying. I think they need to start thinking outside the box and just give us different types of lots to play in, because it's like rinse and repeat, and it's just been the same shit over and over, and I feel like people are getting tired of that. Now we did find out with the will, you can actually customize what you say on the will. There obviously will probably be a maximum of how many characters you can, you know, type, but I think that's so cool that you can custom make a letter and stuff for your Sims, and you can choose a different emotion. So if you want it to be like a happy will, a funny will, or a sad will, you have the choice to do that. And there obviously is new build buy stuff. So there's like a whole kitchen set, a bathroom set, which a lot of people were super hyped for. Now it has been confirmed that we are getting new ghost powers, so it's kind of like a skill tree. And it's cool too, because there's like a good side and then like a dark side. So you could choose to be like a good ghost and help out, or you could just be like a menace and terrorize people. And there's like a neutral side too, so you can just kind of be in the middle if you want to not like stray too far from either side. Some of the powers that we see were this like expert maintenance. So the ghost literally flew into the sink, fixed it in like 2 seconds, and he was done. You saw another ability called Transcend Living Needs. So from what I saw with the Sims basic needs, like taking a shower, eating, was just like nullified. Like they don't have to do that anymore. And I'm assuming that's like a higher skill, which was very interesting. And on like the dark side of the abilities, we saw Levitator. We literally saw a Sim pick up another normal Sim, spin him around, and watch him just lose his simoleons. So I'm assuming that could be a way where you can get simoleons from Simmers if you're a ghost. And speaking of ghosts, we also did see a ghost cow plant. So that's like a thing now. I guess like when they die, they just become a ghost and stuff, like a skeleton. Now, one thing that was really interesting with that trailer was the fact that if you die, it's not like game over. You can still continue to live on as a ghost, and you kind of become like a landless character like CK3, where like you don't actually have to be on a lot. You can just roam the world as a ghost, which is like insane to me. And I'm hoping that they can do that with just like normal sim gameplay for people who are doing like runner A challenges, or like trying to just travel around like the sim world, or actually having like a lot. I think that would open so many doors for different types of gameplay and challenges. I hope they eventually add that. Maybe this might come in the base game update, but yeah, I thought that was such a cool thing that you can do with ghosts. Now in the trailer we saw a sim named Aletta die. She got like, I guess, killed by crows, and the game gave you 3 options when the sim died. So reading the description, it says begin a new chapter of life by becoming a ghost. Exciting ghostly powers await in the afterlife. Perhaps Aletta has some unfinished business to attend to. You can choose to relinquish control of Bruce and allow him to stick around seeing a free roaming ghost. Rebirth into a new life with faded memories of those you once knew. You will be taken to managed worlds to select a household to rebirth your new sim into. If you've earned the burning soul trait, your soul will be able to manifest pieces of past personality traits along with certain others. If you choose to rebirth as a younger sim, you'll have the certain development skills immediately unlocked, giving you a head start into your new journey. And then the option says become a playable ghost, become a free roaming ghost, and rebirth. So here, obviously, you can choose to just be a ghost in the household, or you can again be a free roaming ghost and not be tied to any lots, or it gives you the option to rebirth. Now, what's interesting with the rebirth feature, you can come back with like one of your traits. That's what they meant by like pieces of you. So you're not going to be able to have like every single trait you ever had when you were like once living. Now, there was a whole text when your sim wanted to rebirth that I'll read. It says, is your soul ready to embrace the next chapter? By choosing to rebirth, you'll set forth on a new journey as a new sim, leaving your current life behind with no chance of return. You'll be taken to managed worlds to select the household where your new life will unfold, and you'll have the opportunity to fully customize the reborn self and create a sim. While funds, relationships, and achievements from this life will be lost, if you unlock the coveted burning soul trait, you'll be able to retain one personality trait with the recall past life self interaction, along with certain others using the peer into soul interaction available on mirrors. If you choose to rebirth as a younger sim, certain development skills will immediately be unlocked. Now the threads of fate lie before you. The choice to weave a new destiny can be made when you're ready. Will you choose to rebirth now? So yeah, you have the option to also rebirth now or just not rebirth, so you can like roam the lands as a ghost and stay as a ghost if you want. So there's a lot of different options for like when you die, which is just really cool. And again, the fact that you can be rebirthed into any type of household, you could be your uncle's son, your best friend's brother. It's kind of nasty to say this, but if you wanted to rebirth in another household and then like try and riz your mom up, again, someone in chat and stream was like saying that, and like they want to know if they could like, you know, talk to their cousins. Technically, even though it sounds disturbing, you can do that with this rebirth feature, which is really just insane to me. You know how in-depth this is. The rebirth stuff is obviously very like positive vibes and it's uplifting. It's not like depressing when I think about like a pack like this, you know what I mean? So I really like how they tackled this whole like, you know, death theme. But yeah, in the trailer it did confirm that you can try for a baby with the Grim Reaper. Now shout out to Luddy Simmer, because he said before you try for a baby, this is what the Grim Reaper looked like without a hood. And this is basically what he looked like. So I remember someone in chat, I forgot her name, but shout out to you because I know you subbed to the channel. She was saying that Grim Reaper was black, and I was like, what? Like, that makes no sense, because at the end of the day, the Grim Reaper is an entity. Like, he doesn't identify as anything. He's just an entity. Now shout out to Sumguru Morgan, the lead producer on this pack. Said we thought of this. Per lore, he is an entity and it doesn't really have a face. We've never seen it in game without cheats. His babies will be born from a new genetic preset of him so long as you're on a fresh save. So now with the life and death expansion pack, there's a whole genetic preset specifically for the Grim if you woohoo with him, which I think is really cool. Now Claire V Grade did ask what will happen with long-term saves if you already, you know, have soulmates with Grim and you have kids with him. Like, what will happen to those kids? They said they will never want to overwrite what players have done in their own save, so we're only going to update the sims and fresh saves. So the new genetic stuff that Grim comes with when you have kids with him is only going to be for fresh saves. It's not going to affect what you have going on like right now. Now if you guys have played the previous games like The Sims 2 and you've played the Strange Town like world, you know that there is a sim out there, Ophelia, who's woohooed with the Grim Reaper and had nervous subject, and he is actually like the son of the Grim Reaper. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have that connection when you play the game, which is really cool. So yeah, that's a whole thing. Speaking of nervous subject, shout out to Simguru Bat. You can see the texture on the mohawk itself and the scalp area. So this is the hairstyle that nervous subject does have. Yeah, looks really nice. Hairline's a little bit weird, I'm not gonna hold you, just a little bit. It could be just a little bit crisper. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. Now once again, shout out to the English Shimmer, because on Twitter she said, not gonna lie, I'm still confused by the Souls journey and how it's tracked. And again, I think the Souls journey and the whole bucket list thing is still confusing for a lot of us. I'm still trying to grasp like how it works. Like I feel like I have a better understanding of it now after watching the trailer, but obviously it's still confusing. Shout out to Jack of All Games. He says, from my understanding, College different systems like wants, aspirations, etc. brings them all together as one giant system alongside new systems like the bucket list. It seems to me that it's organizing all these separate systems into one big one. And yeah, that's the thing they said too, like the bucket list is influenced by your Sims' aspirations and traits. But one thing I mentioned in the video that I posted the other day was how the bucket list was going to work with different packs. For example, if you have a sim who like loves the outdoors and he's athletic and maybe wants to go like rock climbing in Mount Kobarevi, I could be saying the name wrong. Is that going to change if I don't have that pack? So instead of him wanting to go rock climbing, he's going to want to go to the gym and do like 5 push-ups. So they did say that like with the bucket list and stuff, there will be cross pack gameplay as well. So depending on what packs you have, you'll obviously have different types of things that your sim will want to do. Now, Simgirl Morgan did respond saying, yes, what Jack of Falls game said above is accurate about being encompassing, but also a bucket list and unfinished business are the primary ways to progress on your soul's journey, and they're tracked in the same UI to explain why the trailer goes straight into them. Again, I'm not gonna sit here and try to explain this to you guys. I'm still confused by it. But again, like with the bucket list, you can create your own type of like goals. And it seems to me like this whole feature is to kind of like refresh the aspirations and the wants and stuff. Because let's be honest, the aspirations and the wants are kind of boring in The Sims 4. I feel like it doesn't really push me to want to complete my Sims like lifetime aspiration. It can't even touch The Sims 2 in my opinion, which I feel like was like the best, and obviously like The Sims 3 as well. I loved how The Sims 2 and Sims 3 tackled like lifetime wants. They were challenging, it was rewarding and just fulfilling to do those for your Sims if you wanted to do that. But with The Sims 4, it's just not the same level, bro, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that with this is kind of them overhauling that to make it way better. Again, I'm still confused with this, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to break down something I just don't understand, but it seems to me like this is a way to overhaul like kind of like the boringness of the aspirations and wants. And then Simgirl Morgan then follow up saying, I fell in love first time I got to play it, and it's going to be a new system I play regularly. So this is her talking about the bucket list and Soul's Journey stuff. She said, for me, it was a where have you been all my life moment in gameplay, and I didn't even know I needed it. Again, this is not just an Occult pack. This is a pack that everyone will be able to get something out of, even if you are a builder or someone who plays like This is Sims for gameplay. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot here. Now lastly, there was like a screenshot that Luddy took, and it was like of a tent. This was from the trailer, and it looks like this is like where you do like tarot readings or something. It looks, I don't know what this is. They didn't talk about it on Twitter. I've been preaching this since the trailer came out and we found out about the tarot card readings, that like I want it to be something you can make money off of. I've seen a few people like ask that too. I know a lot of people are disappointed that it's not like a separate skill, but yeah, I would love to know if we can make money off like tarot card readings. Again, having a skill tied to that and then being able to make money would have been perfect, because then it's like a new like kind of like side hustle that can turn into like, you know, lucrative profit. So hopefully they'll answer that soon. But yeah, that is all the information that I compiled today. Again, let me guys know if you guys are excited for this. Are you guys going to be buying this after watching the gameplay trailer? And lastly guys, I will be live streaming a lot more on this channel, like specifically on YouTube. I might do like dual streaming and stream on Twitch as well, but I think I might just stick to YouTube, because like I don't know if I'll be able to like read both chats at the same time. I want to be able to interact with you guys. But yeah, I'm going to start streaming more on YouTube, playing this pack and this other Sims packs, because I want to be able to talk to you guys live, man. I miss talking to you guys on the live streams. We only do it ever so often, so like I really want to make that like a regular thing. I know a lot of you guys try to make it to my streams, but you guys can't, because like, you know, it's always like super early, and I know people are at like work and school and stuff or whatever. They're just, you know, doing their own thing. But yeah, with that being said, that's all the information for today. If you guys made it to the end of this video, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. This has been your boy Superior Simmer. Stay cool, stay awesome, stay simming, and have a good day.